Hi, and welcome to the Rapid Growth Weekly Vibes, the 15th to the 21st of June. Now, this week is a breath of fresh air after last week. Dear Lord. Okay, some of you might have felt the intensity, and some of you might have, shaken it off quite fast and staying grounded and connected to your inner world. Now, either way, this week feels much better. So, what is it that's going to be great about this week? Well, it's all about now revisiting the past. Because of all the drama from the last week or the past few weeks, you could feel that you perhaps want to revisit a few things from the past to either correct it, adjust it, or just change it completely. Because you will now be in a more positive, different frame of mind. Now, it also here depending on, right? Depending on what you feel it is that's also needed, that needs to perhaps be changed from the past. It doesn't have to be something specific. It might not be something that's coming forward to you now on the first day, if this is when you're watching it here with me. It could also be, for example, that something just felt a little bit off balance lately, right? And to really tackle things with clarity. And that can start to now ease off. But just here, one word of advice is don't make any solid commitments this week. Right? Things are not quite where they should be in terms of holding it's like holding a reliable space for you. Right? So here now, for example, if you want to build or decide on something solid or important, it's still be careful. Be mindful that the planning phase here can be done, which is perfect. And if you have trouble now with perhaps a decision that you really, really have to make at this time and you feel stuck, I would highly recommend that you also look at my video on my YouTube channel, How to Make the Right Decision. I made 2 videos there, so do have a look at those and just see, it might actually help guide you in the right direction. Now, just also quickly here, while we're talking about the past, you might also here feel inclined to revisit a few patterns. For example, now that are part of your ancestry, like your DNA lineage, it could be, it probably forms part of your mindset, your way of life, your habits, that's normally from your family values that you might feel they're just not serving you anymore. And this might also now have become evident last week as we all went through a bit of a tumble in one way or another. And when we've hit a crisis, we tend to divert subconsciously back to our family values and also inherited coping mechanisms. And on top of that, all deep ancestral traumas and memories could also perhaps have been triggered. So, awareness of your emotions here as well might be or feel heightened. And your state of mind and how you direct your focus and your energy this week is very, very important. So make sure that it stays positive, right? That how you feel, and for example, is really truly in alignment with your intuition. Because media will not necessarily be truthful, right? So do your research. And this is still a week to ask questions and to not just accept what is being said or what is being announced. And you'll start to see how you are connecting the dots, right, to hanging questions that you've had since March and April. So some things might feel like it's being covered up, whereas other people are speaking the truth. Make sure that you filter through that very clearly as well. And then we also have at the end of this week a new moon. So gosh, things here are going to start to happen a little bit faster. Information is being revealed more and more. It's upsetting, it's liberating. It's an emotionally colorful week to say the least. But, the good news is that this new moon is all about bringing in new energy, a new flow, a new mindset, a new way of life. And it's actually a blessing to have this new moon during this time, because despite what is happening right now, we have amplified power from the new moon to create new changes for ourselves despite what's happening in our external world. And the pressing message here is for us all to continue to strengthen our relationship with ourselves. I cannot emphasize that enough. It's been a theme for almost every week so far. And to stop giving our power and also our future away to outside influences. Things will be rattled again closer to the end of the week and because of the new moon, right? But the new moon does have a bit of a challenging twist to it. That's a little bit similar to the full moon that we had this month. However, the new moon is a lot more focused on external relationships in your environment rather than close family and loved ones like, the full moon was. However, that does not necessarily mean that it will be easier because outside influences can also have a bit of a hard angle impact. And, and this influence of the new moon now is also a little bit different. Now, what I'm trying to say here is that the moon might shake up some living arrangement challenges for people. For others, it could affect their security with their work and their income. Whatever you perceive as being important to you right now. So perhaps even meaning your values around safety, around security. What gives you that feeling? These aspects could now be triggered and ruffled up a little bit. And that is why it is so important during this last part of the week that you stay focused on what you really want. Right? Work toward it rather than energize what you don't want. And then, of course, subconsciously becoming a match to the very thing that you're trying to avoid. So guys, remember here to join me for the new moon talk and also healing meditation on Facebook Metaphysical Anatomy, or you can catch the replay at evettevideos.com. Having said that, remember to also subscribe to my YouTube channel at evettevideos.com and stay up to date with all the moon vibes, the monthly vibes, the weekly vibes, and also the healing sessions that are set up to design your life and to help you to focus on creating the absolute best for you. And guys, until next time, be the light that you are.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me, and remember to grab your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy on Amazon, 679 medical ailments. And I also wrote about the psychosomatic root causes of that, and I'm spoiling you because I even added key points for you to start looking at important questions that you can ask yourself to start improving your quality of life. And also remember to catch me on Instagram, Evette Rose, 1 with the digit 1, and Metaphysical Anatomy on our Facebook fan page. Bye guys!